welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Rachel and I am going to be your yoga teacher today. We are going to be flowing through a somatic movement flow to open up the shoulders and the spine and parts of the back. This is because often if we are somebody who carries a lot of emotional weight, or we feel a little bit inadequate, or we have a sense that we're not quite good enough, we can really carry this in the shoulder area of our body, and it can make us feel quite small, but it can also make our posture rounded, and we can have rounded shoulders, and we're constantly concaved. We're not able to breathe properly, and it restricts our breathing and it restricts our movement, and as a psychological point of view, it restricts how we feel about ourselves. So today we're going to do a short but powerful flow. It's not going to be energizing, but it's going to be about really feeling into the nooks and crannies of our bodies using this intuitive movement. Before we begin, I want you to come into a comfortable seated position. This could be kneeling, this could be cross-legged, whatever is calling to you. And I want you to place your hands face down on your knees. This is a practice today. We're going to be focusing inwards, so we want to be grounding and sending that energy in. And just begin by settling into the breath. That means just noticing the breath and how it is showing up for you in this particular moment. Perhaps it's shallow, perhaps it's long. However it is, just notice that without trying to push it away, but bringing that acceptance in towards it today. Just taking those breaths to ground and come into this practice for you. If you're not already, you could come into a cross-legged position, or you can stay in your kneeling position. We're going to take our fingertips to the tops of our shoulders. We're going to take some really beautiful openings through the shoulder in a really gentle way. So we're going to be taking those circles forward. So it's like you were drawing a circle with the tip of your elbow, going in one sweeping motion. But as you do, perhaps you can close down your eyes and really feel how those joints are working, how your arm has to work in order to make this circle in the air. If you catch yourself trying to go really fast, can you slow this down? Can you slow it down by 50%? We spend a lot of our life in this doing, pushing mode. Yoga teaches us to be. It teaches us to be present in the moment with our bodies so that we can work through whatever's going on. And we're going to take this the other way, so drawing a circle in the opposite direction. So your elbows will be coming forward and then they will draw back. And as you draw yourself these elbows back, perhaps you can see how that affects the top of the back. There is no right or wrong way. This is not a way that you should be doing it. It's just how your body is feeling. Beautiful. And release the fingertips down to the floor. I'm going to take some side stretches. So you're going to walk your right fingertips out to the right side, so they're in line roughly with your right hip whilst you're sitting down. You can come to your fingertips, or if you have got a little bit more space, you can come down onto your elbow. But if you're coming down onto your elbow, just make sure that you're not releasing your sit bones off the floor, okay? You want to be grounding. So you're going to sweep that left arm over. And just breathe here, taking a few nourishing breaths, releasing the shoulder down. If the shoulder is clinging up towards the ear, release it down. If you feel like you're spinning down to the floor, can you spin upwards and rotate upwards to create this really lovely side stretch within the left side of the body and the outer seam of the left arm? Breathing here and breathing into your belly, breathing. One more breath here. And then we're going to take that left hand to the back of the back of the head. The left hand to the back of the head. And then we're going to take some really beautiful, so you can come up onto your fingertips. We're going to take some like sort of concave shapes. So we're going to expand as we inhale, our left elbow comes up. And as we exhale, we come forward. As we inhale, we reach and we rise. That left elbow comes up towards the ceiling. And you should feel a really lovely stretch along your arm and your shoulder. Closing the eyes down. Doing it slowly. Mindfully. And then on this one, I want you to expand yourself upwards. And look up and feel that lovely stretch within the shoulder and also the armpit. Breathing here for 3 nourishing breaths. Breathing in and out. If that right shoulder is hugging up towards the ear, also try and relax and release that. And out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then take that left hand to the right knee. I'm going to take a little twist here. So you're going to take that right hand rather, left and right's muddled up. You're going to take that behind you, and you can sort of push down with that left hand onto the right knee to create a little bit more space. Your gaze comes backwards ever so slightly, and you can draw that right shoulder blade down, making sure that it's not up towards your ear. When you're rotating here, try not to twist through the shoulders. I want you to twist through the waist. Okay, so we're not going to twist through the shoulders. Try and get that twist and that length through the waist. Breathing in and breathing out. Can you get a little bit deeper? Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming forward to center. What we have done on that side, we have to do on the other side. We balance the body all the time. So that is a big part of it. So we need to do that on this side. You might notice that some of the body is different, and that's okay. So we're going to take that left hand out to the side so it can be coming out sort of in line with the left hip. You can come down onto the elbow, or you can come down onto the fingertips, whatever is better for you. And you're going to sweep that right hand over. And we're going to take some nourishing breaths here. If you find that this right shoulder blade is hugging up towards the ear, try and relax it down. Keep with that breath and feel that lovely stretch along the outside line of the right arm, the back of the right shoulder, and breathe into this area. The more deeper you can breathe, the more expansion and oxygen gets into the fascia and the joints, and it helps to create that space we long for in our shoulders. And then what we did on the other side, we are going to do on this side. So you're going to take that right hand to the back of the head. Exhale, round the elbow to the left knee. Inhale, expand, draw that right elbow up towards the sky, gaze can come up. Exhale, round. Inhale, expand. Exhale, round the body. Inhale, expand, opening up, creating space, bringing in new energy into this part of the body. It's actually very normal to feel tingling. That is the new prana, the new life force, the new oxygen, getting to the parts of the body where it's tight and constricted. Holding here, breathing here for 3 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Really enjoying this stretch. Breathing in and out, and then taking that right hand to the left knee. We're going to push down slightly to create a sort of resistance, okay, with that to help you get into this twist more easily. What I would like you to do is place that left hand behind you and now twist through the center line of the body, not the shoulders, the center line, dropping the left shoulder down if possible, and breathing here for 3 breaths, keeping the breath long and deep. Noticing if you can get a little bit more of that twist through the body on the exhale. Really beautiful. Feeling in, expanding, and releasing forward. And just wiggling the shoulders, maybe shrugging them up and down, wiggling them. Some intuitive movement, okay? And noticing if there's a little bit of a difference between when you started and through that practice that we've just done. Now, a lot of the time we have rounded shoulders and we are so used to being in this way. So one of the things I like to do is I like to do some shoulder shrugging in a cat-cow position. This is when we protract the shoulder blades and we move from this protraction and up. So it's like we're pushing the ground away. And this can help to create some mobility in the shoulders, which is really important, okay? So making sure the knees are hip width apart, your fingers are spread wide, and we're going to just push the ground away as though we were pushing something that we really didn't want. And then we're going to drop. Okay, we're going to take this a few times, pushing the ground away, pushing as hard as you can, really, really pushing into the ground, and then releasing. Pushing, and then releasing. Pushing, and then release. Taking one more, push the ground away like you were in this angry cat. You can engage the bandhas here so that you can energy lock, so the abdomen and can engage the abdomen, and then release. Keeping in this all fours position. We're going to take some really intuitive movement within the shoulders here. So we'll do it on the right side and then I can show you on the left. So knees are hip width apart, okay? You don't need to have a perfect posture here because it is going to be very much an exploratory of this movement. So I'm not going to ask you to do a particular form, it's how it feels for you. So as we inhale, we're going to draw a circle. And as we exhale, we're going to sink down. As we inhale, we reach forward with that arm, drawing this circle-like shape. And as we exhale, we sink our bum towards our heels. Enjoying this movement as though you were water flowing. I really encourage you to close down your eyes. And then taking it in the other direction. So sinking back and then taking the arm forward. So we're sinking back towards the heels and then the arm comes forward. It really doesn't matter how it looks. And on this one, staying upright now, right hand is extended towards the side, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna push your right hand back here. So you're gonna flex the right palm, push it back, and you're gonna feel a really lovely stretch, okay, along the inner arm, the top of this shoulder area. Breathing here, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. One more breath, breathing in and out and releasing that hand down now. We're going to take a thread the needle on this side, so hands are underneath the shoulders, and you're going to sweep that right arm up. Gaze can come up, and as you exhale, you're going to thread that needle underneath the body, and your right side of your face is going to come to the mat. Left hand is slightly in front of your face. Trying to square off the hips a little bit here, and just breathe. If it feels lovely to do so, you can take that left hand up to the top, press with the left hand at the top of the mat. And as you press into this, you'll create some space within the shoulders. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Unraveling slowly, placing that left hand in front of the face and returning by lifting that right arm up, following that right arm with the gaze, and then placing that right hand underneath that right shoulder. So whatever we've done with the right side, we're going to do with the left to balance out the body. So coming into that tabletop position, okay, once more on all fours, checking in with your body. And we're going to draw some circles with that left arm. So drawing a circle, and as we draw, we sink our hips back towards our heels. Breathing in and breathing out. Drawing really big circles. Making this movement as fluid as you can. Not trying to perform. We're trying to feel. And then take that the other way. Drawing it. You might like to slow this down or speed it up. Play with it. Play with that. It doesn't have to be one way. You can change it. And then coming up through to that center position. Going to take that left palm out. We're going to push with the hand. So the hand is flexed, pushing with that hand. And you'll feel an opening along this area. The pec area, the back of that left arm. We're going to be here for a few more breaths. Try and hold it. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Releasing through. Taking that thread the needle on the left side. So we're going to sweep that left hand, open it up. Gaze comes towards the left hand. And as we exhale, we're going to drop that left side of the face to the mat. The right hand can come slightly out in front of the face, or if you want to, you can walk it forward and press that right hand down to the corner of the top of the corner of the mat, and you can get a nice stretch within the back. So the shoulder, you're creating this resistance, can actually allow you to soften here. Just notice if you're forcing, notice if it's too much, and let go a little bit. And then coming up, unraveling yourself once more. Releasing both hands underneath the shoulders. One of my favorite poses for opening into the shoulder area, releasing any tension, is puppy pose. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a variety of it, because normally we hold it in this static movement, but we are going to create a little bit of fluidity in it. So you're going to walk your fingertips forward to the outside edges of the top of your mat, palms facing down, and you're going to drop your forehead like we would come into a puppy pose. Okay, so trying to sink your weight backwards. And if this is like, oh yeah, I'm really feeling this, that's absolutely fine. You can stay here. Or if you want to join me, we're going to press into the hands, and we're going to round the spine, chin drops towards chest as we come up. And as we exhale, we're going to drop down to the forehead. As we inhale, we're pressing into the hands, rounding through the spine, chin comes towards chest. And as we exhale, we come down. Taking this or staying in your static one. What we're doing in this variation is we're actually creating some movement in the spine as well as opening up the shoulder blades. Breathing all the time, remembering to breathe. And then we can take a final puppy pose here. If you have the space in your body, you can come onto your chin. Okay, if you have the flexibility, you can come down onto your tops of your rib cage. This is going to intensify it a little bit more, but everybody lives in a slightly different body. And I really love this stretch because it gets into my shoulders, opens up my armpits. I'm going to be here for 3 to 4 breaths. Making sure that you're not in a position which is too uncomfortable. You want to be in that position of like, yeah, I'm giving it some energy, I'm changing something, but I'm not actually forcing or hurting myself. One more breath here. And then coming up slowly. Walking the hands back now. Just checking in. We've done quite a bit of movement. We're going to take some really beautiful poses. So we're going to take ourselves still on our knees. Okay. Coming down onto the stomach, we're going to come into a Sphinx pose. In our Sphinx pose, often we think this is actually quite an easy pose. We're like, oh, it's not doing anything. But this gentle back opening and this this gentle back opening and shoulder opening. And just breathe. Breathe here. We've moved through a bit of fluidity, so just going to find a little bit of stillness as we're coming to the end of this short flow for opening up the shoulders. Notice if you can draw your attention in towards your heart space. Does your heart space feel like it is getting bigger? Can you feel the tissue expanding around your rib cage and the top of your chest? And can you really feel and bring attention into this? And then coming down for a moment, taking your hands into this crocodile position. So your hands are stacked on top of each other, elbows are out towards the side of the mat, and you can just wiggle your hips from side to side. And then we're going to extend our right hand and right arm out towards the side. So it's coming into this. It can be in a like this goal pose position if you've got more space, or if you're a little bit more constricted, you can come into this T position. We're going to roll our left leg. We can roll and stack our hips and our legs on top of each other. Okay, this is a really lovely stretch along the shoulders as well, and we're opening up. If you want more, you can take that left leg and you can place the left foot flat on the floor with the left knee pointing up. If you're like, oh, I want a little bit more, you can even push that right hand into the left leg and push it open to create more space. And wherever you are, we're just going to be here as we're slowing down the practice. Just going to be here for 4 to 5 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out, and notice if there is a resistance to want to like get out of the pose and move because it's uncomfortable. Can you be with that discomfort? A lot of the time our yoga practice, how we show up on our mat, is a direct reflection of how we show up in life. So just be aware. Feel into the arm. Maybe it's going numb. Maybe you feel tingling, and that is beautiful. So just embrace that. One more breath. Coming through to center. I'm going to take that on the other side. So taking the left arm out towards the side so it's in line with the left shoulder. Your right hand can come in or it can just be out. There's no right or wrong way. And you're going to roll on to that left side, stacking the hips, both legs on top of each other. If you took that variation, you can take the right leg over so the right foot is flat on the floor and the right knee is pointing upwards. And you can push this leg out with that left arm. But if it's too much, just back out. And we're going to be here for those breaths that we took on the other side. Breathing here. Notice if you are holding, try and soften. If your leg is too much, you can just take it down and stack it. It's okay. One more breath. And now coming through to center. I'm going to take we've taken a lot of shoulder opening. So that was the whole point of this flow. So we've got one more. It's one of my personal favorites, okay? And through this, you should feel like real deep relax. So this is probably more a yin part of the practice. We're going to take this position where we're going to take this position, and then we're just going to come onto our backs. I did that. Coming onto our backs, getting ready for relaxation. You can have your knees up. Okay, you can have your knees in this butterfly, or you can extend them into a traditional resting pose. Hands facing upwards. We've worked a lot with the shoulders, so hopefully now you're feeling a little bit more mobilized in this area. But know that you have carried this tension and holding in the shoulders for a long time. So we need to continually practice releasing. Come back to it again and again. If your eyes aren't closed already, please close them down. And I really invite you to not rush off, to not rush, to not get to the next thing, but to just be here for the moments that we are going to take in our resting pose. If you are feeling ready, or if you want to continue with this, you can. Just bring some gentle movement into the toes, perhaps rolling the ankles around in one direction and then the other direction, wiggling the fingertips, perhaps stretching upwards as though we were waking up, or curling into a little ball. And whatever side you feel called to today, take your knees out towards the side. And just be here just for a moment, coming up, keeping the eyes closed if you can, so we're not rushing off to do the next thing. Bringing our hands to heart center, reconnecting. When you're ready, you can gently blink open your eyes. Namaste, and thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. I hope that you feel that you've opened up into your shoulders and you're feeling relaxed and you felt into your body, which is the most important thing. I'm going to be sharing more somatic based flows, especially designed for sensitive souls or those who carry a lot of emotion or anxiety. This is the space for you. Please do follow, subscribe, share, and come back to these flows whenever you need them. They're designed for people like you and me, and it's a great way to feel better about ourselves and our bodies. Namaste. Thank you.